So, before we continue, I feel that it is appropriate to pour one out for our boy
Yes.
Quaff.
Yes, Quaff just completed the first ever DT3 speed run earlier today. It took him 28 hours straight, but you know he did it. So we're all very proud of him.
Yes, it's important to honor the Tanoshimi member of Quaff.
Yeah.
He gave his body for us today.
And one other thing I wanted to mention, last night I mentioned that the parasitic seed was optional. That is not the case apparently. You have to actually beat it in order for the code you get from it to work on the title screen. So, good thing I went ahead and did it, and thanks to Brian for telling me that on Quaff's stream. And we do have Zephyr with us. He's just stepped away for a bit. He'll be back in a little bit. So, we're gonna go ahead and start Decimator, and I'm not sure how well this is gonna go, but you know we'll find out. Let's see how much.
Zephyr's here, by the way.
Oh, okay. He.
Ain't that right, Zephyr?
It's true. That 3 minutes turned into about 20 seconds.
That works. So this guy is Eggman's. I don't know what you would call it. His machine from the Sonic games.
So Decimator is a boss most people never see the phase 3 of.
Yeah. I have absolutely no idea how to fight the phase 3, so we're gonna find out.
So Zephyr, I'm glad you were here on this heroic day of the DT3 speedrun day.
Yeah.
It was pretty great.
Zero's here, everybody's here.
We're good. They can all watch me die horribly.
Even gross ass Kevin is here.
Yeah, Kevin's
Wow.
He'll actually be around tonight. Well, for like a little bit.
Yeah, like everyone will see phase 3. Just in the winning run, you probably won't see it.
In my winning run, I saw it painfully.
So the bad thing about this guy is that his health regenerates, and you know we don't have very much DPS, so we'll see how it works out. And apparently Kevin never figured out how to dodge him, but he just, you know, north ball down at the bottom there, and it's not that bad. Until you get the overlapping cycles like that, and it all goes to hell.
You're gonna need to, like, if you want any chance of not having to repeat the laser round a million times, you gotta use bombs, like Slikes just said.
Right.
Explosive damage is the way to go.
I was kind of avoiding that because it makes all the pots break, but I guess it can't be helped.
It can't be helped.
Oh, I was thinking Jerry bombs.
Oh, that works too, I guess.
Where?
It's true. Don't look dumb without Eggman in it.
Man, that power bomb goes so far.
Yeah, like I said, it breaks all the pots. We still have to figure out how to hit with Jerry bombs instead.
Well, back when this thing was a thing, it was Robotnik's machine, not
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Zephyr, I'm glad you're here because in my prediction, our friend Mookie is gonna have a real hard time on Decimator. So I'm gonna.
Yeah, Zero warned me about him, so I'm not looking forward to this.
And
He's really hard on this.
should he beat Decimator, then he's gonna have a real tough time on Hex. So.
Well, I had the shoot 'em up part before Hex and the worship too, so you know, fun times all around.
Oh yeah, you have to do anger too.
Oh, anger is gonna be fun on Nightmare.
Oh damn!
20k.
Ridiculous amounts of damage to him.
20k is not gonna be too bad.
So many people have trouble with 20k.
Like it's almost purely avoid. Like yeah, you can do damage to him, but it's a lot of avoidance really.
I actually discovered, Zephyr, that Jerry's sword actually out DPS's his 20k's regen.
It does.
It was a fantastic thing to discover.
Yeah.
So while we're doing this, Zephyr, why don't you tell us like what's the story behind Nightmare Gate H? Because
right. So that happened. That happened the last stream, right? And I was kind of mean to it. Please forgive me. But we're kind of wondering, like, because someone in the chat suggested that it was like, almost meant to be funny in a way, like just straight up parody of Clock Tower, and it didn't come off that way to me in any way, and so it seems to be deathly serious. So I am curious what the story of Nightmare Gate H is.
Yeah, like that's definitely not making. That was never even Clock Tower inspired.
Oh really?
Oh really?
I've not played a Clock Tower game in a million years. I did not even think of Clock Tower while I was making that.
I see. That's actually kind of interesting because everybody, I think, thought there was a Clock Tower genres.
Pretty much everybody always thought it was meant to be like directly parodying Clock Tower.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
It's fascinating. Actually.
Yeah, no.
I'm wrong.
Just like face right into that thing. Yeah, it was partially trying out just certain things.
I do kind of appreciate the effort. It's very it's one of the most experimental things in the game for sure. Yeah. And
it's the biggest departure from like the game's normal play.
For sure. Yeah. Like I think the only if you want I've tried to avoid giving writing critique in this because I know it's not the DT3's focus, so I kind of tried to avoid it. So it is very off-putting when you first get to it at first because it's not meant to be a fun experience.
No, and it was never even designed to be a fun experience either. You're not supposed to have fun with that.
Yeah.
No, edible. I'm not gonna have a restart button in game proper. Definitely not.
But the only thing that's one of the things that sticks out to me about Nightmare Gate H is is mostly the character's reaction after doing it, because in character, everybody in the story knows about Claire's past, right? It's mostly for the player. But the characters react in such a way that makes the player feel like they just wasted their time. Because Jerry just says, I knew that already. Chow doesn't say anything. And Jeremy immediately pushes the game forward after 5 lines. So, it just feels like I just got kind of exposition dumped with no recompense or for rhyme or reason. It's just very unrewarding to get in a writing sense.
Right. Yeah, like from the character's perspective, I'm like, this isn't something they would want to talk about. And so yeah, that comes off pretty bad.
I guess that does make sense, but yeah. Like, you just beat it, it's like, okay, that happened, we're not going to bring that up again. And indeed, they don't bring it up again. I'm really sure if this is the best way to deal damage at the start.
But if there's one thing to compliment about Nightmare Gate H, it's one, the atmosphere is, again, I've said it before, but you can make an atmosphere if you want to. And I think it's present in Nightmare Gate H. And like the ending of Nightmare Gate H, when Claire runs just fast enough to keep out of Mom's reach. is like it's very potent in that last run segment.
Yeah. I know Kevin commented on that as well. Like, he didn't like that section, but he liked the ends.
It's a very subtle touch, but it's good. It's a good one.
I'm pretty bad at this, by the way. If you haven't noticed yet.
Oh, yeah, this boss, Decimator 10K.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get really good at dodging those missiles.
Yeah. Because he just
by either either complete avoidance or getting good at the gaps. The higher up you are, the bigger the gaps are because they close in.
Oh, I see.
Makes sense.
So how have you know Zephyr? When I was watching Quaff do his milestone speedrun, I actually got route ideas watching him for the most part, and I feel like it's a bad thing because I have sleeping problems already. 20 hours of DT3 sounds like a rough job.
It was pretty intense to see that. Like, he actually did it.
Yeah, when he first brought it up on Discord, I was like, wait, what? You're really gonna do this? And
yeah.
He really did it.
He really fucking did it. I like how when you heard about it, you were like, wait a minute, what do you mean you're not doing this in separate sittings? Hello?
Yeah, I'm just like, oh my god. Because I knew it was going to be like 25 hours plus. It had to be for like a first playthrough of trying to speedrun it. Especially with the way he was doing it, where he would stop for a second to like write down certain things, so. Or at least going to be a 20 plus one. So I just thought, oh my god, I can't game like that anymore. The last time I gamed like for a super long time was, well, yeah, I mean it was like 7, 8 hours, but I did that in Breath of the Wild when I'd first gotten it.
That wasn't that long ago.
No, it really wasn't. And I guess, yeah, it was that long ago. And last year on one of my days off, what was it? Okay, I did a 12-hour thing. I did like Planet Side 2 for like 12 hours straight. I had a good squad, and people were just coming in and out, but we had like almost the same squad lead for like 7 hours straight. This guy was a trooper.
I think my longest doing like a single sitting of one game is back when I used to play MMOs for 37 hours.
Holy shit.
37 hours?
Mm-hmm.
That's, I'm not sure I've ever even been up that long, like in one sitting in my life, not even gaming or anything.
Yeah, I don't usually like gaming for that long. I'm more of a, like when I do game for a long time, it'll be, long for me is 4 hours. Like I'll usually do 2 to 4 hours depending on what I'm playing. I mean, it depends on what it is. Oftentimes, I'll wind up playing something like Breath of the Wild for 4 hours straight. Just because I'll be like, oh, I'm going to play it for an hour, and then that game being what it is, you wind up playing it forever.
But let's just say that when you have problems sleeping and you're just sitting there in your bed bored, you have only one thing to do.
Play DT3?
Yeah, well, DT3 wasn't around in those days, sadly.
Good thing it is now.
DT1 was.
Those ricochets.
The bomb ricochets. And the power bomb.
This the boss music here is from Smash Bros, right?
Yes, it's a remix. The remix is from, let's look. I forgot what their album was called.
so that last phase, it's kind of murderous, let's say. But it looks like I more or less forget the first two.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, from their Harmony of Heroes track. I think I beat it. Okay.
And I'd like to thank you for putting health in this fight, by the way, because, you know, we did Parasitic Seed last night. It does not have any health. It kills you in 3 hits on a nightmare. So that was fun.
Yep.
So we had a rough day with Everett. Fuck off, Kevin. Fucking making me reach out at the same time. I'm getting my names mixed up. We had a rough time with Parasitic Seed.
We did.
Oh, you guys have already done that part then.
Yeah.
Yeah, I decided...
Moogie wanted to get it over with, and he didn't expect it to take that long, and then it took that long.
I actually didn't know it was actually mandatory either. I thought you could just like skip it, but it's a good thing it did turn out to be mandatory, and I did it.
Yeah, it is because the characters in the story, they don't know about that, so...
I thought it would be a cool like sequence break if you could do that, but I guess he thought of it.
Oh yeah, don't worry, Kefit. It's just ignore everything we just said about that. Don't worry about it. Fucking... We can't talk about the DLC with Kefit here.
No, can't say anything.
Fucking Kevin. Who does he think he is?
He's not playing the game is what's going on.
Oh yeah.
I think... Well, he wants to. But he has this gross normie shit called a job.
Gross normie shit. Fucking real life. Oh my god, that was the worst missile dodge, Kefit. I'm sorry, I mean Moogie. Oh my god, I'm so sorry I just did something like that. Shit.
It's okay. Last night, Waffle kept calling Zero Zephyr, so we all do it.
Yeah.
Kafugi or Method, yeah.
Method.
I like Method.
By the way, I did not know that Kept It Please was a thing. You just kind of snuck that one in there, I see.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. It's been in since the update.
You see?
It wasn't even like it wasn't even like one of the 7 patches that have been in since then. It was totally in since the beginning there. The new beginning.
Oh no, Zephyr told me about Kept It Please.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
during Quaff stream.
Yeah, Quaff's amazing 28-hour marathon of DT. I would never want to look at this game for at least a little while if I had to do that for 28 hours straight. Like, I've never even done development for 28 hours straight.
You guys are babbies.
I don't even... I have no idea how much time I've actually spent developing, like, actual man hours on this. I have no idea what they are. I don't track it anymore. I haven't tracked it for, God, it past the first 3 months. Longer than any game I've ever played, that's for sure. Easily. It was started... Okay. When... I gotta remember when my aunt moved from Round Rock to fucking... whatever fucking state she moved to. Cause like the night... So, cause I remember I dropped my aunt off at the airport and her kids the night that I started actual development. Not like pre-production, but like the first actual playable moment in the game happened that night. Because her and her kids took my room, and I was just like, well, I'm just gonna stay up all night, work on stuff. I had a laptop that I worked on at first. What year was that? I gotta remember. ...2013, I think. No, because the game came out in 2015. So it was 2012 then. It was like very late. Yeah, it was very late 2012. That's right.
I'm curious, Zephyr. I mean, by the way, where's Brian?
I think he's out. He hasn't said anything for a while. He's usually because I streamed 4-Job Fiesta for a little bit. He's usually like on that, but I think he's just away for things. It's probably a weekend thing.
I see.
He might be out with friends from work.
I'm just curious because you know that the fan base for games like this, and especially the people who knew about this, basically only Raukow's fans at the time, is very small, right?
Yes.
But you still made this 70-hour monstrosity for basically the intention of 30 people.
This one I knew was gonna reach. I don't know. This one I knew was gonna reach more people because I knew I had Raukow's fans. Despite that, the game did. I was like, oh my god. Although I did start this game before Raukow played the first one.
I see.
Oh, did he actually play the first?
Yeah, he played the first one when this game was still in development.
I just it boggles the mind that you made this game for the intent of full knowing, completely self-aware that you would not basically we're only talking about less than 100 people that would play it, but you still made it completely, and we're completely self-aware of that fact, knowing that it could probably never get too popular with the sprite ripping veneer of it.
Right, it would be very underground, like the fan game. I want to be the guy, sort of level things. I know that's fairly underground too.
Yeah.
I just can't believe it. How? It's just this is insane to me that you had the dedication to do this for 3 years. Yeah, knowing that was the payoff.
A lot of researching the things, playing around with stuff, going learning things that I normally wouldn't be able to do with other projects. DT allows me to do a lot of that kind of stuff.
Yeah, what Kevin and I like to say is it's unbelievable this game was made by a single person, but at the same time, it can only have been made by a single person.
I think you'll see the mind of a madman sort of thing with MoogieNet.
MoogieNet, please.
With DT1, to see a few more I guess unhinged or unpolished things that doesn't have a lot of other eyes working at it. You can tell this game had more polish or had more people working at it that are polished. I mean, DT1 it was released in almost episodic nature. So all those levels on the map, Wafu, or even Moogie, too.
Yeah.
They were each of those levels were released one at a time. Every time there's a new level, there would be a patch.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
I see.
Yeah, and so there was feedback throughout, but there was really only Slakes for 99% of the project, and then there was one other guy who came on later on.
So Slakes is the only one who's been there from the very beginning.
The very beginning, yep.
So the only thing I'll say is I'm glad that I was not a tester, because most of the insane shit that Brian seemed to complain about, I would have kept. I would have apparently Zero talked about how Vault Demon at one point wasn't static, and neither was Death at a certain point.
Zero was the one that Zero was the one that was this needs to change.
You see, it's just a good thing that I wasn't there, because I absolutely would not have said that.
Yeah.
I would have
Right.
just said, fuck it, keep it. Fuck that. People, get good.
And it was because of the level of spam that he used.
I see. Was it like... Okay, that makes sense.
There was two, for that part of the game, it was the elements of attacks crossing over that I didn't, obviously okay, I won't say it, but obviously for certain other boss, attack crossover was the whole point I had in mind there, plus there was a lot more mobility there, but in the things like he doesn't have things like air dash, you don't have double jump is a huge thing for being able to dodge.
So I'm thinking Mega Man is good for the final phase.
Yeah, because you have access to being able to get rid of at least 3 of those things, I think, or at least half.
I actually think that would be improved by not being static. If he had combos of 3 that he cycled through.
As long as I wouldn't mind changing that. I mean, I wouldn't at this point. I wouldn't mind changing that as long as his combos of 3 themselves were static. Like if he can't do something like 3 lows or 3 highs or 3 mids.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
I
if he had
actually think that would improve the fight myself. Like this game.
If he had predefined things there, that would be fine. And that was yeah. But then like he would choose those based on other elements. So yeah.
Net.
I'm sorry. It's a fact of life.
Yeah, so I would never change it. I would never change it to complete random like that. Or at least I mean like War Master's not random, but it's really hard to predict like why he's gonna do or when he's gonna do a thing though.
Yeah. The rhyme
he's based off of, you reacting to a thing.
You can kind of guess the rhyme, but not really the reason. War Master.
His 2 primary things, there are some other factors, but the 2 primary factors in a lot of decision making is distance and are you currently attacking him or are you dodging him at the time.
And that's like based per frame, right?
Yes. So so there's a decision on the it takes this into consideration on the frame that he makes the decision, but there's also some other factors going on there.
The true is just to kill him on his first form cycle, and then you don't have to worry about the randomness of whatever he does next.
Yeah, I'm sure that's very feasible.
What I do.
Yeah, Zero. He was never actually death was never actually full random on any of that stuff. It just, I think he did have set sequences, but there was something else going on that made it really awful.
Yeah. I don't know if I would be a fan of death if he were just every single attack was random, because then he could just in phase 2 just fuck you with full room, then full room, and then just oh, I have no dash energy, fuck me, and then
yeah, with the way dash synergy works, full random would not be a good idea.
Yeah, at that point you don't have a lot of options for dash energy, so. So, there's another thing that War Master does where so just because, so let's say he's in, and of course, he has that combo sequence that he does where he does 2 attacks or 2 or 3 attacks, and he waits a second. So, and each of those have their own factors in this, or decision making, but just because he's always, so you always know that, okay, so his first attack in a combo string, he does, say in main, if you are close to him but you are in an attacking frame, he will do this swing, right? He does 2 swings. That's not always true. I said there's a couple other factors there too. And those are very, very hard. Those other factors are the ones that make things really, really hard to predict.
Right.
Because he's about reacting to what he's he's doing, not about trying to predict exactly what he's doing at all times.
And like, yeah, because even if I managed to, like, on my 68-second kill that I have, like, I managed to, I know exactly what base he's going to do. I know what he's going to go blue to orange, then combo to orange, then green to melee, and then he dies in melee for the most part.
Right. So the form change is a lot easier to manipulate, though.
Yeah, I can't guess what attack he's going to do most of the time. So, like, I know that he really likes to do, like, the Shoryuken as green in that specific, like, in that transition, but I don't know what makes him do it.
The Shoryuken is... So one thing to... It's not a guarantee, but it will get him to do it, is if you are close to him and you are anywhere above him, he will want to Shoryuken into you almost every time. It's not a, like I said, it's not a guarantee thing. There's those other factors might cause him to do something else.
Let's see.
If you go... Yeah, so when the update came out, Kefit, there was something that I did change the way War Master just decides how he changes, or decides how he form changes, and so it's easier to get those consistencies in there. So I took away a factor. I took away some stuff from it.
Okay, the Mugi net has seemed to settle down, and now we can...
I'm sorry. This, yeah. Like I said, it's a fact of life. We have to deal with it. Phase.
Buster. Yeah, it's the DLC version that you gotta... I made that change.
In the, like, I wasn't sure, because, like, my opening for the Speed War Master strat required doing 14 sword strikes, basically. That's what I consistently did. But even if I did this, sometimes, like, I got rarely he went to orange sometimes, and I have no idea what made him do it instead of blue. Like, I wanted blue most of the time, and most of the time I got it, but occasionally he just said, fuck you, I'm going orange anyway. And I was just, like... asshole, please.
So, you, depending on where, for that first form, especially for that first form change, when he's in main form, where you see you're doing the sword dance around him, of course, and depending on where he was in the room, if you were on the left or the right side of him, that could have heavily affected that, depending on where in the room you were, for that first form change. There's a clue.
That was a good death. Wait till you guys see that.
Oh man, that was a good destroying all the things. That was amazing.
Please.
Oh wow.
Come on.
That is an amazing cast.
Mugi net. Okay.
Mugi net.
Are you in a third world country?
I might as well be, to be honest, for how good my internet is.
Is this what American internet is like?
In some places, yeah.
Basically, yeah. If you know, if you're under the control of Comcast. Comcast. I mean, of course, Comcast and Verizon are the same damn company anyway, basically.
Your local internet provider, UTC. There's actually a lot of internet competition out here, so.
Yeah,
that's why you guys actually
definitely not in America. Wow, that was a great bomb.
Oh yeah, Fox. That ISP is a bag of Fox, basically. Sorry. Hey, look, it's like 4:30 in the morning. I'm not gonna have good jokes about that.
Oh. So tomorrow is more than likely the War Master. Are you gonna be around there too, Zephyr? We'll probably start early.
Yeah, because it's
Saturday.
Oh yeah, that will probably be around.
Cool. I mean,
Tanugi isn't allowed to take a day break this time because
Oh, okay. My normal days away from work are Sunday and Monday. Sunday nights, I am typically not around, at least not until like late. Of course, this is way later than my
this
thing.
this is late.
Yeah, this is late. Yeah, this is. Yeah, Sunday nights though. If people are wondering why I'm always never around, that's Sunday night is like the one night that we can guarantee that all of our roommates and I are all gonna be around together. So that's like our night to go out to eat. We have invite a friend of ours with us, and then we'll come back and like watch something. It'll be a movie or some shit anime that Jerry wants us to watch that I will make fun of for the first 2 episodes, and I'll be like, this is shit, but I can at least get into it and I'll stop bitching about it. This is a cycle. Right now, it's since Game of Thrones just started, it's Game of Thrones, so
I see.
we're
Game
all
of
in
Thrones
that.
is a
So
good anime.
it's the best anime about ever done all the time. The best political drama anime ever.
Yes.
So when does all that like end in Sunday night? Like when are you typically like when do you end up being free on Sunday?
So like our typical we actually almost schedule it around 7 p.m. our times when we start, and that can go as long as like midnight. Just depends on what's going on. Because sometimes like even after we're done watching something, we'll hang around and just bitch or not bitch about stuff. We'll just hang around and bullshit about stuff. You know, you get 4 people together, friends have known each other for a while.
Right.
So.
Oh yeah.
And I've known Jerry and Jeremy since 9th grade.
I mean, you made them characters in here, so I mean, yeah.
Yeah. We all went to college in different states, and then somehow we all ended up back here. Well, back in our hometown, and then we were like, let's get the fuck out of here. It was me and Jeremy. And then I was like, hey, Jerry wants to get out of this fucking shithole of a place too. We could have him come with us, and then that'd be cool. And then they didn't really know each other too well, and so I was like, let's all get together and talk about this. And then we did, and then here we are. 8 years later, we're still here.
No, you met 2 people with really similar sounding names to confuse everybody with.
The 96% thing every time I say. And Jeremy's not even going to be around until like late August, early September, and I still say "Hey Jeremy" to him sometimes. Because he's over in Madagascar right now.
Madagascar, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
He's able to do traveling and all that. So that's which is really cool. He was over in. Oh God. Yeah. So he's in Madagascar. He'll be there for another week. He's mountain there. Oh, he was in Kilimanjaro for about a week, and then he's went over to Madagascar for about 2-ish weeks, 16 days. Yeah, 16 days. He's been in these little islands for about 3 days. He says 3 days because that's about all he'll probably be able to handle of island life. And then he's gonna be he was gonna be coming back, but then his dad was doing something over in Europe and invited him to come with him. So he's like, I'm doing that. So that's why he's not gonna be back until early September. So he'll be around in like Sweden, I think, and other places in Europe. So that's cool.
Yeah, that is sound pretty cool.
I wonder if Madagascar has better internet than Mugi.
It probably
Probably
does.
does.
Yes.
I agree with Zero. It probably.
Yeah. It's a piece of shit. It hasn't crashed in a while, but it's like it's slideshows.
Yeah.
The slideshows, huh?
Like right there.
Yeah, you guys are kind of getting some distortion on Skype.
Right there.
All right. We'll see you, Kefit. Thanks for joining in.
Since we talked, it's frozen and restarted about 4 times, by the way.
Oh, that's fascinating.
It's not like super long freezes.
It's not. At this point, I think that you're gonna kill it, and then it's gonna freeze frame on it. And that'll be kind of cool, at least.
It would be a really cool like, cinematic moment.
We should probably have like talked about the fight in any way, but whenever Zephyr gets here, just turn into bullshitting. Like,
I could talk about the game. Let's see. I mean, you guys asked about KH. What's up with that, right? And people have speculated like, what's that? Like, what's that from? Is that based off anything? Turns out that is based off something.
Really?
And a lot, yeah, people know that. I talked about it on the Talk House a little bit, but not in details. Some people are like that sounds awful. And they're like, you know, like, why did somebody do that? I'm like, I told you, the real story is worse than what happens there. I watered it down for DT.
Oh, really?
About what happened to this person. Yes, it's watered down.
So this actually is
like the person in question is based off a real thing. Some of the, and there are, I mean, there's a lot of things in there that obviously taken, you know, for liberties there.
I see.
Yeah, Moogie, that was a thing.
That was immensely
that was the
sweaty.
ultimate spaghetti.
Oh man.
So that's, you know, I actually kind of thought that might have been it on way, but I didn't know. I kind of, yeah. I kind of had a theory.
It is based off of something that happened to somebody that is close to me. No, it is not me that happened to.
Right.
This person, like, to give an example, it is when they are having a child, and it is their mother who did this to them. For example, let's say they got like a low B or something on the report card or a high C. And their mother was like, "You can do better." They would get beaten, and I'm not kidding, every single day, every day, until their next report card.
Jesus Christ.
There were, so that thing where, what was it? You see that note from the mother, and she talks about, or that thing the mother says, where she talks about how like, you just say that you fell on the way to work or way to school or something. So this person, she actually had broken bones at one or two cases from like the abuse. So people have asked, like, where's Claire's dad? So this person's dad, they didn't know about this stuff. So there's an actual line that is straight from this person, in that when your father gets home, everything is rainbows and sunshine. I forget the actual line now, but that's an actual thing they had said, which that line, if you know the context of it, it's actually really, really jarring. So yeah, there's more, and I've heard this directly from the person in question, from both of their sisters, since they were both there. They got less of the abuse than she did. The person in question, if you haven't guessed, is actually my mom, who went through this.
Oh.
Fucking.
And I have met my grandmother on numerous occasions, and I can see how she could be a person who would do this.
This has layers.
I was not expecting this.
Yeah, I mean, I would consider her an evil person, honestly. She's no longer in this world, thankfully. She's honestly just a terrible person. And I can honestly see how, like I said, I can honestly see how she would have done that.
Jesus Christ, dude.
This is very deep and heavy stuff for, you know.
So, yeah, it's kind of like, that's why I usually don't talk about it. And this is why I didn't go into detail, like, on the Talk House.
Right.
It seemed weird to, like, in text.
Right.
My grandfather, he was a great person. He died about 3 years after my grandmother did. It was unfortunate. I wish I had a lot more time to talk to him. He had a lot of, I would have loved to hear his brain more. He was a really, really interesting person.
Zephyr, do me a favor and don't watch the last VOD, because I was really mean to Nightmare Gate 8.
No, it's fine. No, like, so like that game suffers from a lot of like it suffers from a lot of gameplay problems. Really, the pacing could have been better, and like it's really repetitive. Like it doesn't really it doesn't change itself. So like horror does really well when you change up that, you know, horror is the unknown a lot of times too.
Right.
So the gate doesn't really do well with that. No, like criticize the gate all you want, like, and even the content, it's fine. Some of that stuff's taken out of context a bit. It's been watered way down from the actual thing that the source is from. Like, you're good.
Oh jeez, I did not know. Oh my god. You see, I had a thought when when this came that it might have been based on a true story because it was so not related to DT. It was the only thing else I could have thought that would have given you like the idea to do it. Like it was something so too close, and like a game in a series that is so about like the fourth wall and breaking it and stuff like that. It seemed too close to real life that it felt like it was like my only thought basically, but I kind of pushed it away because I couldn't think of like what it could have been. So
right. Yeah, and in Claire's variant, her escape, her way to get away from it, of course, was to play video games, hide herself in a room, play video games, and stuff like that. My mom's escape was a much different thing, of course, being in the 60s and 70s.
Right. We got real close at one time, and now we're just like, oh, well.
Yeah.
Restart.
That was so close.
Well, holy fuck, dude. I did not expect to learn this.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's very jarring sometimes, so, and a lot of people don't like hearing about that kind of stuff.
Well, I kind of respect that you were willing to put that in the game.
I mean, I've heard this stuff from 3 different perspectives. You know, both my mom and both of her sisters, rather.
So, you see, because like me and Moogie actually talked about like when back in the days of yore when DT3 speedrunning was just a joke, and about and now how like if like say DT3 got an AGDQ and they had to do this Nightmare Gate and everything just gets really fucking somber and like.
Yeah.
There you go. I believe in you, Moogie.
Might not be a good idea.
Apparently,
I want to believe.
I mean, I'll always believe in you.
I appreciate it.
You shouldn't. We've been here for close to an hour now.
Really?
40 minutes.
Oh my god.
5.
When Jeremy comes back, I'll have a record Joggle Jug. How many different lines? I mean, there's 9 or 10 different things. I'll have him record Joggle Jug in like 10 different ways.
Oh,
No,
so
that's
that hurt. Kefit made a thought, which is that Kefit mode, when you put in Kefit, should just be Kefit please as the death SFX instead. I thought that was a pretty good idea.
That's amazing. That can be arranged.
Quaff needs something too, by the way. Need to give him
He
something.
definitely needs something.
Oh yeah, he's gonna get like 2 or 3 things. Be in the first. There's gonna be things.
You already have things in the brewing factory for Quaff.
So Edible here.
Yeah.
Edible says Claire's mom is looking for her in this clock tower-esque segment, and you have to hide or she'll beat you senseless. Anonymous donates $15. Oh my god.
I mean, we shouldn't laugh.
Never heard of this game, but it sounds cool. Shoutouts to the runners. Oh my god, Ethel. I like Frozen's idea. Put something near her bed and tell Quaff to get some sleep. They could go so bad, I know. Apparently Frozen has something to share sometime about, based on what I've said.
Kill the animals.
Kill the animals, wow.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
What would the donation incentive be for DT3?
I don't know.
Hmm.
You know what we really need is a pacifist run of the game. Like kill the smallest amount of the smallest amount of things. Hope you one try not getting beaten by mom. Oh my god.
Oh god, yeah, that would actually be it. That would actually be it.
Yeah.
X%.
What is Wex percent? Oh, just actually going through and fighting Wex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's part of the speed run. Oh my god. So close. Oh my god, grab the hearts. Thank you, Mugi. I almost had a fucking stroke there, Jesus. Yeah, basically,
No, it happened again.
you kept.
No.
Oh.
What are you talking about? You're like
You're
so
so
health
close.
right now.
What?
What happened?
See this? I'm just looking at this. It's got like 5% left. No.
Oh.
Grab the hearts on the side, Mugi. Oh my god.
Why? Moogie, why didn't you just move? I don't understand, Moogie.
I was looking at its health
There were
bar, not my
hearts
own.
there. Oh my god. You could have just like gone to the wall and like blasted a gravity well at the wall and you had 2 hearts. 2 hearts right there. I'm sad.
I'm sorry, Zephyr. I'll do my best next time.
Okay, I forgive you. You just fucking grabbed 2 hearts that you didn't need. It's okay, I'm gonna calm down.
Mom spaghetti.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty topical.
I thought you meant to say that.
So yeah, we
I
play mom's spaghetti in the background.
There was literally one projectile on the screen and Moogie got hit by it.
Oh. The only projectile on the screen. Like we'll link Moogie to the mom's spaghetti video.
Oh god.
That song is amazing.
Oh my god, that's an emote? Oh my god.
Holy shit.
My world has been changed.
You can just emote that shit now.
I'm so happy.
So, Decimator was this idea of, so Chaos always has like this, so you get the lore, the deep lore of Chaos developing their own plot.
Did you not say deep lore, like, ironically in the middle?
Was it everybody keeps talking about deep lore, so I'm just like, well, deep lore is a thing now. Yeah, like, the whole thing was like bots couldn't make other bots, but then Chaos was all like, we figured out a way to do this within the confines of this software, of this program. So the idea was they made this like crazy super weapon that was adaptive, and that's what he's sort of doing. Of course, no one's as adaptive as the War Master.
Right.
He smack a dwarf there. Link to bomb spaghetti. Brilliant.
So it seems that there's like, you know, you have stuff like defective and this boss, for example, that has a lot of like weakness specific stuff. Is this like training, War Master training?
No, that's just part of the game of like, you know, using the proper weapons.
Because it really starts to pick up in like in this part of the game in particular with stuff like Decimator.
Yeah, it does.
So speaking of deep lore, I know you love it when I started off with that, but why? How come like when you're going through the weapons factory, or not the weapons factory, like the factory we'll just call it, but like when you go to fight blade bots and stuff like that, like the implication is obviously that the soldiers and the robots are lined up in the back, or the blade bots, or like beta blade bots rather.
Yeah.
And you know, but like why aren't they actually blade bots in the background? Because I don't think it actually comes off that that's what you're fighting at first.
They're just things in the background, really. That's all they are.
I was
just the
expecting
fact
the
that you see
background
this
to come to
massive
life
army
and
of
fight you
bots.
first time I got there.
Same.
There's that one that flashes at you on that one screen. That
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't want that. I wanted like
Moogie.
This is looking good. Good so far. Don't spoil for us.
We're gonna keep working it. You can't do it. He does this like every time he does something. So
This is true.
it's the Moogie gas of victory.
There we
This
go.
movie knows.
Oh, we got spoiled.
Oh,
Nice.
See?
But he did do it.
I thought you
So
were
here's some
actually gonna do the mash buttons thing there for a second. We didn't. Alright, so that didn't actually go as bad as I figured.
And then the Moogie net happens. You're just sitting
Like
there.
really happened. Wow.
Holy shit. It's still happening.
Did you get a freeze
Moogie?
frame
You
of
there?
death? I'm here if you guys are.
Oh,
The stream is literally not moving.
the stream is frozen.
Okay, let me restart it.